Meet you halfway.
Here, everybody got their mics on.
Okie dokie.
You guys
I'm
are
calling
good.
this Personnel and Finance Committee meeting to order. Do a roll call. Mayor Sheets.
Present.
Excellent. Counselor Williams.
Here.
And Counselor Lindner here. All right, so we've got a few things, quite a few things.
Yeah.
City administrator role. So this has been the biggest one. And I know that there's a lot going on about whether we're going to have a city administrator going forward, or maybe it's gonna be part-time. What do you think, Mayor? What have you been hearing? What are you feeling? Can I talk you out of anything? Or talk you into something? Sorry.
So the city administrator can also solve our other problem, which is the city recorder.
Mhm.
So we've talked about the city recorder being 20 hours a week or so. Okay, so then that would leave, what else would the city administrator be doing? Those extra, if it was 32 hours a week, what would they be doing for their other 12 as an example?
So is that rhetorical or are you going to answer it? Sorry, because I have all kinds of things.
No,
that
I
they would be
think go
doing.
for it.
Okay, they'd be supervising staff. They would be
Yes.
ensuring compliance. They would be doing city planning stuff if we did not pursue that with the city of Philomath through an IGA, which I think is a fine short-term solution, but I don't think it's a long-term solution. I don't think that we should rely on another city for our planning long-term. Mostly to me, it's the city, it's the compliance piece and it's the supervision.
So
It's addressing issues and like putting out fires locally, when
Right.
people come to the city.
So compliance, what
Mhm.
specifically, because right now we've got for the whole public works compliance piece,
Mhm.
we've got Chuck Schultz helping us with that. That is a huge chunk of it right there,
Mhm.
right now, of
Well, what
course.
about like county, state compliance
Yeah.
or, just like,
You're
what was,
talking like accounting, finance, that kind of
Just
stuff.
ordinances in general.
Okay,
Yeah.
ordinance enforcement, that is
city
definitely,
compliance?
that's
Yeah.
definitely legitimate.
The
yeah.
another thing that crossed my mind was like
Mhm.
applying for grants. We were told by the former city administrator that he was working on getting grants secured and that we lost a bunch. We lost a lot of money because things were not getting submitted.
Right,
So there is a lot of admin paperwork
Mhm.
stuff that we were told was being done and we thought was being done because that's what we were told.
right,
And
right.
and
Yep.
it is a full-time plus some
Mhm.
job,
Yeah.
even
Right.
with, I think that if we give the city recorder work to somebody else at 20 hours, that does free up this position a bit.
Mhm.
Maybe it could be a 32-hour week
Mhm.
position, but I still think that there is a lot of formal city admin work that we do need to hire for.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's also a lot of like plan management that hasn't gone on. So, that really is, that's your Bible of how you run an organization or how you run a city. And we don't have good plans in place.
Yeah,
And I know that Steve said that I'm sorry, the former city administrator.
you're fine.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We were always working on these plans, but they just never materialized.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's bare bone structures to them, but that's,
We have goals, we don't have plans.
right.
Yeah, like the parks plan, the master plan, I think needs to be revisited at some point.
So the parks master plan, it is old and it needs to be updated so that we can, get grants and things like that.
Yeah.
Because right now it's out of date.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think just general emergency response. I don't mean just in the case of like a natural disaster, but I mean like a
Mhm.
pipe bursts and, utilities can certainly help with that. Partially, that team is great, but they're also running around the town with their chickens, with their heads cut off like
Yeah.
chickens. And I just think that we need to have a dedicated person who is not the city council and not Dawn, who's basically acting as an office man,
Right.
an office coordinator at the moment.
Mhm.
Like there needs to be an in-between to interface with the public and handle disasters and
Right.
hot situations.
Because we also have, since this agenda was probably done up, we also received Gabi's resignation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And her last day is adjusted slightly. It's actually now April 30th instead of May 1st.
Okay.
Dawn asked me if I could talk to her about making payroll a touch easier
Mhm.
and having
Mm,
her and her, her last day on the last day of the month. So Gabi has agreed to that. So her
Okay.
last day will be April 30th.
nice.
So we
Okay.
do have that. And I know Dawn has talked about a lot of what Gabi does. Some is administrative, but some is actually accounting. Because right now, a lot of what Dawn's doing, she's having Gabi help her with.
Right.
So, I mean, we kind of have an interesting, we need some type of city manager, city administrator. We definitely need a city recorder,
Yeah.
and we need someone to take Gabi's
Notes or-
place. And I do have some interesting information about that, but I'm getting off track, so, of our current topic.
Yeah, and I did see Dawn's email about Gabi's position, and I just admin assistants can do some accounting work without being a dedicated accountant. I just
Right.
want to, or even
Yeah.
an accounting assistant. Like, I just want to say, like, some admin
Mhm.
specialists or
Yeah.
assistants can do basic accounting stuff
Yeah, they
without
should be
being-
able to, or at least be trained to.
Mhm.
Right,
Mhm.
yeah.
Definitely.
So I personally think that we need a dedicated city administrator position. Maybe it doesn't need to be full-time, especially if we get the city recorder role filled. But I don't want us to find ourselves in a situation where city council and the mayor
Mhm.
are the first line of contact for city staff when something emergent happens.
Okay.
I have to agree with that. That's
Mhm.
that's a lot for anybody to manage, and I just don't
Mhm.
know, if this is the right forum to be able to do that. And it just seems like we wouldn't be able to give them what they need. I know you're doing a remarkable job, and this is no shade to you or anything, but
Official though.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a temporary thing.
yeah, this is, yeah.
Filling a gap until we.
And we
get
just
squared away.
want, it would just be
Mhm.
nice if they know that things could happen in a timely manner and progress in a timely manner. And sometimes I
Right.
think there's just a delay because we've got city
Yeah.
council that has to be involved all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And that just,
And we all
It
have
muddies the
full-time
waters.
jobs,
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you know? But
Mhm.
to your point also, it's so much needs to be delayed. We can't just have quick, like, oh, this could have been an email. It's like, no, actually it can. It has to be a public meeting every
Mhm.
time, it seems like. And things are just going to continue to get delayed and delayed because
Right.
of our roles as elected
Mhm.
officials.
So we could do a city administrator. Like I said, we've got this, we have an opening now, what Gabi's doing now. So a thought I'll throw out there, which
Sure.
kind of leads into the next topic on the agenda. Maybe, because Gabi was doing a little bit of, she was doing meeting minutes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She was kind of doing a little bit of what a city recorder does.
Mhm.
I don't know, we're talking about a part-time city, we've been talking about a part-time city recorder.
Mhm.
What if we roll that into what, the administrative assistant piece, and combine that into, and make that into, it could be, right now it's 30 hours.
Yeah.
right, 30 hours for what? For the city, for the.
Administrative
yeah,
assistant.
Administrative
yeah.
assistant.
Yeah.
So combining the recorder and then the administrative assistant, because some of the skill sets are very similar.
Yeah, it's clerical.
Yeah, making that 32 or 40 hours.
Yeah.
Just a
that's great.
thought.
They would
throwing
be
it out
eligible
there.
for PERS at that level, though.
Right, that's correct. And I actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about it now, because
Yeah.
we're
go
there.
for it.
So when I found out about Gabi,
Mhm.
I was asking staff how they felt about the lady that had the role before her, Misty,
Mhm.
what they thought if we asked her if she'd be interested in coming back, because her primary issue was with the former city administrator. We don't have that situation anymore. And so staff was very positive, very, very positive. So I went ahead, I talked to Misty on the phone yesterday, and she would be interested in coming back. There's a couple things though. One is she's in a temp contract right now. She's teaching right now. That contract ends on June 17th.
Okay.
She is also interviewing for a teacher job somewhere else on, I think she said May 1st or 2nd. So if she were not to get that role that she interviews for, she has to still fulfill her contract with the school that she's with right now. And she said she would like, if she were to come back, she would like to come back like July 1st. I said, okay. She said, and would it be possible to get benefits? I said, well, I can certainly kick it up the chain and we can talk about it.
Mhm.
So, I mean, so benefits are on the table.
Mhm.
So she and I agreed in a couple weeks, we're going to sync back up and see where she's at with her interview, how that panned out.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, it might be might be useful for us. In the meantime, we'll have to find a temp or something to help with Dawn because the front end is really,
Yeah.
there's 2 weeks of the month where City Hall, the office out there, it's really, really busy.
Yeah.
It gets really crazy and Dawn can't do it all by herself.
No.
I
no.
like the idea of asking Misty back. I really don't think we should put all of our eggs in that
Yeah.
basket
Right.
because it
No, I
sounds like
agree.
her career is teaching. It's not
Right.
working in a city.
Yeah,
would be
I
great.
think she's ready to make a transition and she kind of just did the temp thing. I think she wants to be closer to home.
Mhm.
I think that's kind of what's driving her, and I think she's ready for a change. And it almost worked,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
So it's, I've talked to her, she's interested.
That's great.
So we have, there's that.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can certainly open it up. I mean, I know talking with Dawn, we had some really good candidates previously that we interviewed,
We did.
really good ones.
Yeah.
So I mean, we could always interview them again.
I don't even know that we would need to, well, we do have a new council member or committee member. So maybe if you'd like to interview some of these people.
I know one of them that applied that would be perfect for this role, but I
Okay.
don't think Dawn jived with her. So,
Okay.
but she would
Right.
be phenomenal. She's got all of the stuff that you
Right.
need.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, you forget about there's got to be a good fit.
Yeah.
And we thought Gabi would be, and it's just,
But
just not
sometimes,
quite working out
I'm
the
all
way
for
we
that
hoped,
kumbaya warmth
know.
and joy, but there's a job that needs to be done,
Right.
and that is
Oh, yeah.
paramount, right?
excellent.
I mean,
Yes.
as long as we can be civil and professional towards each other,
Yeah.
that's fine in my book. I'm
Right.
not gonna base that solely on,
Right. No, and I agree with you. You got to be able to do the job, and if you got the qualifications, and you should be able to do
Yeah.
it.
yeah,
And it's not a popularity contest.
no, it's not.
So, yeah, no, I agree with you. But at times it can be a huge distraction for such a small staff.
True,
When things
true
go
that, yeah.
sideways,
Yeah.
it
Understood.
throws everything off kilter and it's really hard to get it back
And we
on.
have been in a situation where we had some
We
staff members before the current staff
Mhm.
that
Yeah,
the office chemistry was off and
Mhm.
it didn't,
right.
it was a distraction, but yeah, we would be interviewing for a skill set, not necessarily anything.
So I did actually, I reached out to Michelle Eldridge at Harrisburg.
Yeah.
She doesn't have anybody she can spare us.
Okay.
So I also reached out to Chris Workman over in Philomath. He doesn't have anybody. He suggested somebody that he knows. So, it's an option.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, we might have to go the temp route in the short term. A question I have about the city recorder position,
Mhm.
are
Yep.
they expected to attend meetings after hours or can they?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a
City recorder
consideration for
would-
Yeah.
whoever.
Yeah, city recorder is gonna have to be. I mean, right now, we're kind of batting it between Dawn and Gabi.
Yeah,
And we really, especially on city council meetings and planning commission meetings, we need to have a city recorder present.
so that is a concern I have for someone
Mhm.
who doesn't live in town, not that we can't take somebody's address into consideration. Like if somebody says they can be at a meeting, then we have to trust them and take their word for it. But
Right.
I could see for myself personally,
Mhm.
after a few months, it's gonna get really
Yeah.
old to stay in town late. I mean, I'm not trying to poo-poo everything. I'm just saying,
Right. No, I
like,
understand.
we know somebody in town who has expressed interest in being a city recorder.
Yeah.
I don't know if that person's still a contender or interested, but I think that we should still keep that person
Yeah,
in
I
consideration.
have a
Yeah.
feeling we're gonna probably be opening up something at the very least for the city recorder and
Okay.
the city administrator. I
Yeah,
just don't know about like the administrative assistant, what we're
Yeah.
gonna decide.
yeah.
If we decide to combine the city recorder with the administrative assistant or.
Well, I
what.
think that's probably what we need to start out with,
Yeah.
right? Is like figuring out what these roles are so that we can.
Right.
And it doesn't, if Misty is in consideration, it doesn't matter, but if she would be fulfilling any one of these roles, that would have city recorder responsibility, that if she isn't local, that would be a consideration. But we can always look at adjusting the time too, right? So that her 40 or 32 that she's gonna work.
I mean, she
start
could
time
flex
can be,
it.
yeah,
It
yeah.
can
we
totally
have
be
to
flexed.
Yeah,
I have
Yeah.
zero issue with that.
It's just a matter of what her personal life looks like. Does
Mhm.
she want to flex?
Yeah.
Does she want to?
And Misty
Yeah.
just lives outside of town. She's
Oh,
not that
does
far
she?
away.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she's just
For
outside of town.
some reason, I thought she was like Junction City or Springfield or
She's
something.
between here and JC.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah.
not
that's
far.
not too bad, yeah.
No.
Okay,
So, okay, so city administrator.
sorry, for city administrator, how many hours are you thinking? Can we assume that we're gonna have a city administrator role? Please.
I think we can assume that, yes.
Okay.
But now we need to decide what we want the city administrator to do, and that will help us with city recorder is gonna do, what the administrative assistant's gonna, that'll kind of,
Yeah,
I think Counselor Williams is right. We need to figure out what all these people are gonna be doing. And then from there, we can kind of sort out hours.
Mhm.
you know. So we talked about city administrator needs to be a supervisor,
Mhm. Deal with compliance,
compliance.
grants, emergency response. And again, that's not just disasters, but public emergencies, PR issues.
Mhm.
Planning, not city planning specifically, but just as Counselor Williams said, getting our master parks, whatever it is, I can't even think.
I'll
of the
say
name of it.
city
City
planning,
plans, yeah,
Yeah.
city
Yeah.
planning.
Yeah.
city project planning, maybe like
Yeah.
that.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Interact, well, I guess, do we know for sure that we're gonna have an IGA with Philomath for city planning?
I think we will for a while. I mean, the thing is, what happens here in Monroe, we hit like this peak
Yeah.
where we've got, right now, we got 11 planning projects. They'll all in about a year or two, they'll all, be
Mhm.
settled out, and it'll be pretty quiet for a while. And
Okay,
it's, because the last time we had a peak like that was probably 3 years ago now.
yeah,
So my guess is things will,
Mhm.
yeah.
settle back out again.
So is this position going to be expected to be the one who's interfacing with contractors and developers, or is it gonna be Chris over in Philomath who's doing that?
So
Who's the
right
point of
now, that's gonna be Michael and Chris. So Michael's
Okay.
the planner,
contact? Okay,
Michael.
oh, great, okay.
And-
He's the Benton County planner?
He's the Philomath.
Oh, okay.
He's the Philomath planner. And so it'll be him, and then Chris is the city manager over there. And we get Chris as a bonus because Chris can actually oversee Michael
Awesome.
and make sure things are going okay. Also, I want Mark involved as
Yep.
well. He should be.
Yeah,
I don't know why he hasn't been.
Yeah, yeah, well, that's
But-
that transparency that was lacking.
Yeah, it's like, no, it helps. It helps Mark learn
Absolutely.
more about the town and, where things
Absolutely.
are. And yeah, the city administrator should be there too, but
yeah,
because they represent the entire city, but,
absolutely.
but yeah, for like the pre-app, we've talked about pre-app meetings and stuff with developers and stuff like that. All those people I just mentioned,
Okay,
that, and then the engineer.
okay,
needs
so
to be
then
there too.
this city administrator role should attend those city planning meetings, but they aren't
Yes.
necessarily going to be responsible for city planning as long as we're partnering with Philomath.
Yeah,
Correct.
they'll liaise with them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I
Yeah.
think another thing we want to add here related to compliance for the CA role is just relationships with other elected officials, senators, representatives.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of that stuff for us.
I've done most of that, yeah.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe that makes sense because you are our highest elected official, but I also feel like, as we know, there was a ball drop with the DEQ because of
Yeah.
someone.
Typically, if you have administrative staff, they usually deal with the elected's administrative staff.
Mhm.
Oh,
And
okay.
then the electeds deal with the electeds.
Okay.
Each other.
Interesting. Okay, that makes sense.
That's generally how it works. So, yeah,
Gotcha.
the electeds, when they want you to come up and they want you to testify for something, they want to see the electeds there. They don't want to see the administrative staff there.
Okay, that
So,
makes sense.
yeah.
So yeah, I feel like we have at least a 32-hour per week position for a city
Okay.
administrator.
We might want to throw in, because Dawn has mentioned this before. It would be nice if we had someone that had some budget
Mhm. Yep,
experience.
yep, definitely.
So we might want to throw that in too.
Yes. Good call.
Okay, so supervisor, compliance, grants, emergencies planning as in city projects, budget,
Yeah.
anything else?
No, I mean, everything the previous person was supposed to be doing Sans city planning and Sans city recorder
Yep, and Sans work, Public Works.
and
So,
Sans public works.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we've got city recorder. Do we want to talk about
Yeah.
city recorder next?
Yeah.
City recorder. So, and I don't have a job description for city recorder right here, but I mean, they would be, usually they are present at least our city council meetings and our planning commission meetings. They do meeting minutes.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember there's some other things that they do that we don't do very much here, but.
I think they do some stuff related to the judge, the court, circuit court or whatever it is. Don't they do some like,
No, not necessarily. We've got
Okay.
the court thing is kind of a separate thing
okay,
because they're kind of touchy about and I mean the city recorder could do the training for court too. I mean that's another hat they could have because we need a second person to be able to do that.
Mm,
So, but court is kind of considered separate.
Okay.
got it.
Okay. There's some other stuff
Yeah, I'll have to.
I have to look and see. Maybe I can pull it up really super duper quick here. City recorder job description. Let's see what happens. Maintaining official city records. So I can tell you right now, the paper at City Hall is kind of a mess.
Of course.
So we do need to follow, there's documentation and how retention of our documents, what needs to be kept, what doesn't, what needs to be destroyed, da, 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 da. There's that whole piece of it
Yeah.
that hasn't been really kept on top of. Ensuring compliance with public records and meeting regulations. Okay. So records management, basically.
Yeah.
Meeting
records
coordination. That would be nice.
Yeah.
I would like that because I'm doing that right now.
management. Great job.
Yeah.
Looks like election support as well,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
responding to public inquiries about records.
Yep. Yep. And then handling personnel records, which right now they're just thrown in a locked drawer.
That's interesting that a city recorder would manage that.
Yeah, that doesn't feel right to me. Not that I'm, that doesn't, that seems like maybe more city administrator role.
Yeah, as the supervisor over staff. I mean, maybe because the city employees are
Mhm.
state or government employees, like they're
Well-
considered records. So a city recorder manages it,
So
but
may
it
maintain personnel records for city departments.
says may maintain. I think that should be a city admin role personally. Or whoever is the
So
supervisor.
so this is something that's kind of come up with the whole thing with the former city administrator.
Yeah,
He did a really not so hot job of taking care of those records, let alone doing the annual reviews and everything else that he's supposed to do or was supposed to do.
yeah,
So I think we need to, sure, that's fine, but we need to make sure that the Human Resources Committee is involved as well. At least somebody, maybe the chair or whatever,
right.
alternate. I'm trying to get us out of
Yeah.
one person, everything
Yeah, having
siloed into this
control
one
of everything.
person.
Yeah,
and
I
Yeah.
agree. That's,
It's, we need to buddy up.
yeah, agreed. I think that records management is a pretty big component.
Yeah, I think so too. So I don't know, 20 hours a week?
I know. So,
Is that enough? No. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. And then do we want to talk about the administrative assistant?
Yeah, so I want to look really quick at
Yeah, there was that.
administrative
um,
assistant.
Dawn sent that. Or was it Dawn or was it Gabi that sent
Dawn
that?
sent it.
Dawn did.
Yeah. Um, I, I guess Dawn's message, it sounds like she needs more accounting support than I realized.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine. I think it would be hard to have somebody be an admin assistant and a city reporter and providing accounting support.
Yeah.
That's my only concern here.
Yeah.
'Cause that sounds like it's more than a 1.0 position. I mean, an accounting assistant could certainly perform admin assistant work. It's lower
Mhm.
level.
Right.
But it's not like they'd be doing work outside, like higher than their current classification. Not that we're classified here anyway, but
Yeah.
I would worry about somebody in an accounting role not wanting to do admin assistant work because they might think that's below me.
Mhm.
But if it's built into their job description, then that's the expectation
Right.
of the role.
Well, and
But-
then my whole thing is, well, there's work to be done.
Yeah,
So if you aren't gonna do it, then we'll get somebody that will.
yeah.
So I hate to be like a big meanie about it.
No,
but
that's not being mean.
trying
That's
to be
just being
realistic.
clear,
Yeah.
right? And that's
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah,
I think that when we go to post this job, we should, and all of the jobs really, we should emphasize that we really appreciate flexibility. It's kind of a requirement of the position.
mhm.
Well,
and something, I guess, when the last batch of interviews, so there was an assumption that Gabi was more flexible, but she wasn't. So it kind of creates an issue because they've got one vehicle between
Right,
them.
right.
And she lives in Corvallis.
Yeah.
So it makes it really tough if we need her to stay later.
Mhm.
Or, maybe Dawn called in sick and we need her to stay later to, pull
Yeah.
down the fort or whatever. So we definitely need to emphasize flexibility
Mhm.
because with such a small staff, sometimes you got to buddy up, sometimes you got to cover somebody. Sometimes you got to be here a little bit longer, but I mean,
yeah.
if you're flexible, we can take it off at the end of the week if you want, or we can
Yeah.
pay it as overtime,
Yeah.
whatever.
We
Whatever
we
can
need
get
to
creative
do.
that way.
We can
Yeah.
be flexible. If we're
Mhm.
expecting our staff to
Totally.
be flexible, then we need to be
Yeah.
flexible too.
Absolutely. And that is what I've been doing. I've been telling them, if you want to do overtime, that's fine. I have to approve it, of
Right.
course.
Perfect.
Comp time, same thing. I got to approve it.
Yep.
But I mean, they're totally cool with it. So, and they like the fact that someone's paying attention.
Absolutely. Yeah.
know?
And then for the first time, it sounds like in maybe,
Oh, quite a while.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So, sounds like our administrative assistant is more of a administrative accounting assistant.
Yeah. I mean, I wish,
An accounting assistant with administrative.
yeah.
yeah, but that both of those, I kind of see what you're saying, Counselor Linder, is that, yeah. The job title seems like it would be for a higher level
Mhm.
Right.
and
Yeah.
so I'm just reading again. I read it when she emailed it, but that was like a whole lifetime
I know,
ago
right?
for me, unfortunately. Doesn't seem like there's that much, really.
I was thinking the same thing. I wish that an anticipated number of hours for each of these duties, like
Right.
for the clerical and for the accounting, that would really help us decide,
Yeah.
you know.
I know Gabi also does some stuff with the website. She
Mhm.
posts the public notices, the agendas, if we've got a press release, stuff like that.
And
I
that's
don't- I-
admin support. That
Yeah, and
seems
it's like, I don't
reasonable.
think that takes a lot of time.
Yeah,
So
those were some of the tasks that she felt was higher, right? I
I
think that we should
think
just
so,
incorporate that into the PD.
but I
into the
think,
post.
I think Steve actually expressed to her that was part of her job to learn those things too. So
But he didn't put them in the job description.
I don't think so, no.
Got it. I
Yeah.
mean, those are,
This was him verbalizing,
of
not
course,
documenting.
of course.
So,
Ugh,
so,
Okay.
so we may need to take a look at all of them and tweak them.
Yeah. Let me see something else. I want to look at I want to see what the Oregon classification system looks like. Again, we don't have classified employees, but.
But if
it's a
it
good
helps you
basis.
with a framework or,
Mhm.
suggestions on how
Yeah.
to do this, yeah, I mean, I've been looking at other cities and what they've been posting for jobs, and I found one where there was a city administrator, city recorder type of job,
Yeah.
and it was full-time.
Oh.
So,
Same, they could do both of those duties in one role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, that was part of the former city administrator's job. He was also city recorder.
Yeah.
And then I think he was getting ready to pull the trigger when Jenny was still here and making her the deputy city recorder.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking of.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because we should have, going back to, we need to have two of
Mhm.
everything,
Mhm.
or at least try to have some overlap. Gosh,
Yeah. Wow, this website's so slow. Okay. Admin assignments. Oh, okay, so entry level admin assistants don't do accounting at all.
Okay.
That's entry level. That's an
Okay.
AA1. No, it's an admin specialist one.
Okay.
Excuse me.
How many steps up is an accounting specialist or entry level
Mm.
specialist, I guess?
It didn't link me to a series. It just linked me to a single class.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Let's see here. Here's an office assistant too. And this is in a series of 4.
Okay.
It's general office assistant.
Hmm.
Well, UW is different. UW, you can have an admin person doing financial
Well, of
stuff.
course, you know,
Yeah. Let's see.
wearing multiple hats. Yep.
Yeah, let's see here. Class specs. Mhm. I mean, maybe we can ask Dawn how many hours per week she thinks. How many hours of accounting support is needed?
Well, here, I mean, it says accounting accepts utility payments and follows through a delinquent payment process.
That's not accounting.
No, it's
that's
not.
like-
Billing.
And
It's
Yeah.
a billing clerk. kind of
codes and
thing.
enters invoices for payment once reviewed by accounting specialists or finance. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
that's,
like.
I know
2 hours a
Donna
week.
said that
Yeah, I
she's-
mean, we don't
yeah.
have that many accounts on the water system. And from what I remember historically, since my time here, there haven't been that many delinquents. I mean, we've had a few since COVID, but
Yeah,
they're
there
getting,
were quite a few with COVID, but now there's only, as far as I know,
4 or 5, right?
if that, I mean,
so I can't imagine that's taking up a significant chunk of time.
Yeah.
yeah, it's that, the 2 weeks of the month when it's like everything is happening at the same time.
And so that's your focus.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
just-
mean, we still, I mean, it'd be nice if they could figure out a way, if there was a way, I don't know if there's to kind of spread it out a
Mhm.
little bit, so it's
Yeah.
not all. But I mean, they have to do bills, there's city council, there's meter reads, it all happens within the same like week and a half, 2 weeks.
But the
It's
meter
crazy.
reads, I know that Don does go on those sometimes, but
Sometimes.
it's usually the or the
Yeah, the
public works.
guys, yeah, they just did meter reads today, so.
Yeah, my dog's freaked out.
Oh.
They're like, who's on the lawn? Oh, them again.
Well, I'm pretty sure one of the times I heard the dogs freak out, it was, yeah.
One of the times.
One of the times they freak out about it.
Same.
I agree that it sounds like coding bills.
Mhm.
Kind of, it doesn't sound like accounting necessarily. Like this
Yeah.
person doesn't need to have like GAAP.
There's a lot of AP that she's been having Gabi do. So I'm like, okay, AP. So, all right. I
Okay.
don't think that's quite as
Right.
intensive as like a AR as an
Right,
example, and billing, taking payments is easy peasy. So
Yeah.
you could probably teach me and I'd figure
I
it out.
guess I want to make sure that Dawn's getting the support she needs,
Yes.
but also that we're realistic about the position description that we're posting, because if it's going to do any finance support work,
Mhm.
it needs to be specifically called out and the
Right.
pay should reflect that, but it's really not overall
It's not 100%.
fiscal position. Like
Yeah.
it's,
For Don's position currently?
for this
For this?
admin assistant that
Okay.
Yeah.
Dawn is recommending.
So we
have
don't even know
accounting.
if it's even half of the hours.
Yeah.
Well, when she recommended that, and I read the job description initially, it made me wonder, like, is Dawn not happy doing this big portion of finance? And does she want somebody else to kind of help assist with some of that?
Hmm.
Because I really think that's going to need to be focused for the majority with one person, because it's very
Yeah.
detailed work. It's
Yeah.
very, you can't, when you get pinged to do something else, and it takes 10 minutes to get back in and really do that detailed work.
To somebody else.
Yeah,
Well, I think for
a
Dawn.
review
it's-
is different. but
Yeah, I think for Dawn right now, it's just she's getting pulled in different directions.
Yeah,
When somebody comes into, through the door, she's usually the one that has to deal with it, and it doesn't matter what the topic is.
yeah,
It
that
could be
would,
paying your bill, it could be planning, it could be, and planning is just taking a message now. I don't even have them No, take a message, email Michael, and Michael will get back to them when. he
So
can.
that, I mean, that tells me that she's getting pinged about things that aren't really related to the accounting. So
Right.
she just needs someone to take care of all the interruptions, which really is an admin assistant. That way she can
Right.
focus on accounting.
Yeah, I would agree.
But yeah, with this position, would this be a 32-hour per week
I think
position?
this would probably be full-time, I would think.
Yeah,
I
I
feel like
would
it's a
th-
full-time position.
I would think it would be, but I
So
don't
is
know.
that, are we doing that as just the administrative assistant? Or are we including the city recorder in that too?
I was thinking with the city recorder role,
Okay.
personally. Well,
Okay.
what do you think? Do you think that's a full-time position on its own? The admin support?
Well, so perhaps, and the reason I say that is because what does Dawn really want to do? Is she comfortable with doing the budget and the finance? Is that her jam, really? Is she wanting to?
Her background is accounting.
Okay,
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, I actually mentioned something to her yesterday. I actually mentioned it to her and to Mark. And it was just me wishing or suggesting.
Mhm.
And I made the comment, well, would you guys be interested in being city administrator?
yeah.
And Mark said, no way, no how.
He'd be so good.
He would.
He's like,
Mr.
I'm not a
Yeah.
computer guy. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So Dawn stopped and she thought about it. And I think she was starting to think about it a little bit.
Hmm.
So she seems somewhat interested.
I-
I don't know if she's 100%. So we'd probably have to sit down and talk to her a little bit more, but
Dawn is awesome. I think that we need a
Mhm.
specific skill set and
Yeah.
qualifications
Yeah.
for this role.
I threw it out there just to see what part of it was to see what their reaction is. I had an idea how Mark was going to react.
I mean,
She has some of the skill sets that we need though. And I think she would be great with time and training.
Yeah,
think
and
she would be.
I
Yeah.
think this would be a good opportunity too
Mhm.
for somebody who shows the interest and the
Mhm,
drive.
Right.
Yeah,
So we were talking about,
the hours for
Yeah.
the roles, and for me,
right,
if that budget piece is a big one, we can't let that
yeah.
go by the wayside. So
right. And the budget thing historically was the city administrator and the accounting specialist.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, in the previous city administrator was not communicating at all really with the accounting specialist when it came to the budget.
And had budget information on his personal computer in Corvallis.
Yeah, that doesn't really help. So
okay,
I think if you had someone that knows how to communicate and work with people,
Yeah.
I think it'd be great. I think you'd have budget totally covered. And
Yeah.
then some.
There's a lot of gatekeeping.
There was.
Um,
So it sounds to me almost like, so Dawn's 40 hours a week as accounting
Mhm.
specialist. It sounds like we're talking about 40 hours for the administrative assistant / city recorder.
mhm.
That's what it sounds like to me.
so
I-
20 each, right? 20
Yeah,
for the
that's what
admin
it-
and 20 for the. city
Yeah, that's what it
recorder.
kind of
And,
sounds
and
like.
maybe it flexes depending on the number of meetings, like maybe it's 30 admin 1 week and 10 city recorder, or maybe it flip. Like, I don't feel like we have to tell them it's like 50-50 split. Like, these are some of your duties. It's gonna be some of this.
It's
gonna be some
it's
city
gonna
recorder.
flex depending on the day and the week and
And so you're thinking that we could potentially combine these two roles into one job description, the city recorder and the admin assistant? Is that what?
I mean, I do think that, and I think that's kind of what Gabi's doing currently, or she's helping with city recorder work. It's just that she's working 32 hours a week and it's not enough help.
And, going
Um,
back to Misty for a second, she has some experience with doing meeting minutes and stuff like that.
Oh,
so
okay.
And it's like, we have someone else who's interested in being city recorder and he has asked, is there going to be training? I said, yes, absolutely. We're going to get you training. So, I mean, whoever ends up in the role will get training one way or the
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
So,
Well, the only thing that I'm concerned about is if they do, I could see the city recorder at 20 hours per week, but being that flex, right? Because they
Yeah.
are going to be coming to meetings a lot in the evening. So they wouldn't, if this role was combined with the admin assistant, they would not necessarily be in the office when we need them to be in the
Mm,
office.
true.
And that would be a big strain for Dawn if
Mhm.
she needs to do some of that really detailed budget work.
Right.
It's true.
Well, we still have the court clerk piece, which Dawn is currently doing.
The court clerk piece.
Yeah, so there is court once a month that needs to be done. I'm not sure how many hours she spends on it, but that could be something that could go and be removed, taken off of her load and the administrative assistant. That
Okay.
could be added to their load. Load is a bad word, sorry.
No, that's fine. No. I mean,
Workload is what I'm looking for.
since the city recorder is required to attend commission meetings and
Mhm.
council
Council.
meetings, but not committee meetings.
Mhm.
I mean, how many hours a week do we think that they would be in after hours meetings, like 4 per week? Because really, that doesn't take them out of the office that much. They'd be working on city recorder or city meeting minutes in the office at times, right?
Mhm.
I would assume so, yeah.
So I mean, they'll be on site. They're just gonna get pulled
Mhm.
away from meeting recording or minutes
Right,
compilation and
right.
stuff.
There'll be a lot of time spent with meeting minutes.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean,
I'm also thinking about like benefits. If we bump somebody up above, 30, well, 32 is the magic
Mhm.
number, then it's benefits.
yeah,
If we had two people that are doing 20, then we don't have to pay benefits. But the problem with that is, are we gonna get anybody who's gonna want to do that?
Right.
and then
And
Dawn's not
that's-
getting the support she needs.
Right,
Yeah.
so it's like.
I wish that we didn't have to let benefits drive this, because I
I know.
want everyone to have benefits.
Oh, I know.
Same, and
It's
it's-
just benefits are so
They are.
expensive.
Yeah,
Oh my
they are.
gosh. I mean, I get it. I understand. It's just, oh, wow.
Yeah,
That was why I initially suggested combining the two.
Mhm.
We'd be paying benefits, but it'd be for one person.
right, and I think that's what I am personally advocating for, but I wish I knew how many hours per week a city recorder would need to work after hours
Yeah,
and be present for meetings.
right.
I think, well, this is kind of unusual, right? We're having a lot of meetings now. We're having a lot of special city council meetings. They'd have to attend those. I would say at a minimum, 4 to 6 hours per week
Yeah,
to be spent in meetings.
yeah,
Well, and if we have to, it could be comp time or it could be overtime too. I mean,
Yeah.
if we, coverage in the office is important.
It
I would
is, it
prefer
is.
that Dawn not lose her marbles.
yeah,
Yeah,
We need you, Dawn.
yes.
definitely.
So I mean, if we have to, I mean, that's fine. That's doable too.
I mean, going back to my earlier question though, like a
Mhm.
city recorder doesn't have to attend every meeting, just the
Correct.
council meeting and just the commission meeting.
Correct.
So is it 4 to 6 hours a week? or
I
is
mean,
it
we're
more
here like sometimes 3 hours and like from 6, 7, 8, 8:30-ish. So that's 2 hours.
But that's city council, which only meets once a week and then work
Or once a
session once a
month,
week,
yeah.
or yeah.
Technically, we meet once a month, but I don't know, these last like 6 weeks, we've been meeting a
Yeah.
little bit. The cadence
Because we're
is a
trying
little,
to, we've been trying to clean up
Yeah.
a mess.
and I know that moving forward, it will
It
smooth out.
will
but
smooth out definitely. So,
Yeah,
It is a busy time.
and I'm sure that planning, for the next year or two those meetings are probably pretty long
Mhm.
as well.
yeah, but
That's
we
true.
don't, fortunately, those are split out and we've got someone helping us with that. So
So
that's.
maybe it would be, maybe we could say, instead of saying weekly, you could say monthly, give them a monthly estimate.
Yeah, like 10 to 15 hours a month
Yeah.
or 10 to 20, and this position may flex those hours to
Mhm.
accommodate.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that would be
Um,
fair. That would make the position desirable.
It would,
Yeah,
it definitely
And be
would.
realistic for somebody, right? Like, we
Yeah.
can't expect them to work 20 hours in City Hall and then come and do these meetings as
Right.
well. That's just not
like when,
realistic.
and I know Counselor Thunder, you've talked about, well, what if we end up hiring someone and they're in Corvallis and they've got there's lots of back and forth and
Yeah,
if we're working a 20-hour-a-week job, is that really worth it? There's no
Right.
benefits and
And are
so
we
forth and
really
so on.
gonna convince someone who has to pay
Mhm.
Corvallis housing
Right,
costs to
exactly.
come
There's
trek
that
into town for a
too.
half day?
Right,
5 days
so
a
if we did that, I think it'd be more desirable.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
probably have a little more success.
Yeah,
Now, we may lose Ron in that shuffle because he was interested in the city recorder position at 20 hours a week.
yeah.
So we might, but we can
Would
talk
he
to-
be interested in doing it short term until Misty is potentially available? Not that I don't want to create this position for Misty. I really do think we
No,
should
I'm
post
totally.
it competitively and invite her to apply just like we would
Yeah.
with Ron.
Mhm, absolutely.
But would he be interested in helping out short term, maybe
He might be.
as a
I
recorder?
mean, him and I have talked about, he's willing to help us out any way that we we need him.
Awesome. We're
So,
lucky.
which I told him, hey, I may take you up on that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
So combine city recorder role with admin assistant.
okay, so there's that.
All right.
then-
Utility worker.
So going back to city administrator, 32 still?
I think it needs to get benefits.
Okay,
Well, they
Um,
would at 32, right?
yes,
Yeah.
that's correct.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think post it at 32 hours with the possibility for it to grow in the future, but not a guarantee.
Yeah, and that's fine.
And we can just kind of
If
see how it
if
goes.
planning comes back,
Yeah,
then that would be, definitely would go up to 40 at that point.
yeah.
Okay, so there's that. Okay, all right, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, this is great. We're getting a lot done, actually, I feel like. Okay, so utility worker on-call checklist. I emailed Mark last week about it and I forgot to follow up and I haven't heard from him. But
So I did talk to Mark this
oh,
afternoon,
thank you.
and so he was gonna go ahead and get back to you tomorrow
Mhm.
with his list. He gave me an estimate. He says he's keeping track and the list is over at the water plant. He
Okay,
thinks about 8 to 10 hours of his week is doing things that are outside of what he normally was doing before.
oh wait, are we talking about the third bullet point or the second to last?
Sorry, I jumped.
That's okay.
Nope, sorry.
Well, I mean, let's start that. Let's start with you're
Oh,
talking
okay.
about. So
Oh.
he's working on tracking what he's doing outside of his normal
Right,
job.
so, and I apologize for jumping.
That's okay.
He said probably 8 to 10 hours of his work week is doing other things, administrative type of things,
Okay.
reports. I mean, he was doing testing before, but it's like, I have a feeling he's doing all the testing now, all the reporting now. He's working with Chuck Schultz, making sure that we're compliant, getting our ducks in a row. Just got Chuck Schultz helped us get the water consumer confidence report for 2024 done. I had to reformat it and translate it.
And
That was
translate
fun.
it?
Yeah, so we have to, so Chuck was telling us that it needs to be in English and it needs to be in Spanish.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, got it.
So-
And those
That makes
technical terms are really, Google Translate does not like them.
Not use Google Translate. To be fair, I use something else. Hopefully is a little tiny bit better. But so, I mean, it's stuff like that where it's like the report was kind of a group effort.
Mhm.
It's like, so Chuck put it together. He put the correct numbers in it because it did not reflect the correct numbers and information.
And that's for 2024, right? Because
Yeah.
they're always a year behind.
Right. So, and then Chuck sent it to Dawn and copied me, and Dawn proofread it.
Yeah.
And then Dawn's like, I don't know how we're gonna translate this into Spanish. I said, okay, let me figure that part out.
GPT for the win.
Yeah.
I used a tool that I use at my work,
Oh, nice.
and which is
Good.
really slick.
What
Awesome.
So-
is it? Because
I don't know. It's built into
Oh, it's
what we're
proprietary,
using, so it's
yeah.
like I don't know. I don't
That's
know what it is, to be
awesome.
honest, but it's very nice.
Awesome.
So and then I also reformatted the silly thing because I don't know. I was trying to get the pages to format correctly,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
I don't know what. I just reformatted the damn thing. I'm just this thing is
Gotta
crazy
start from
screwed up.
scratch.
It's just one Chuck's comment, and we're off topic, sorry. Is the sucker is 8 pages long.
Oh, my goodness.
And Chuck said in Harrisburg, it's front and back of 1 page for them in Harrisburg.
Is
So
ours that long because we're so delinquent
No,
or is it's just a
no.
complicated
There's
system?
it's got a huge FAQ with it.
Oh,
Oh.
Huge FAQ with
Can we
it.
just refer them to the website?
Well, I mean, it's all up on the website now
Okay.
in English and Spanish. So, but it's off to is it DEQ or is it,
USDA.
or no, it's not USDA. Whatever federal or state agency it's going
EPA,
to,
maybe.
maybe.
DEQ, yeah.
But it was delivered a week earlier than they expected it.
Heck
Our
Yeah,
team is
so-
awesome.
Yeah, so
Oh,
it's
my
like,
goodness.
yay, but that was a group effort, but it's like,
Yeah.
and Mark was part of that too. So it's
Yeah.
like, everybody's kind of, doing their thing with it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so it's like, going back to Mark is doing, and we all are, doing a lot of different things we weren't used to doing before because
Yeah.
we had no transparency to it.
Yeah.
No idea. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so so there's definitely, it sounds like definitely, and I had a feeling Mark and Dawn would be doing, it sounds like, did Dawn turn hers into? I don't remember. How
We're
many
tracking
hours?
her
Not
tracking.
yet.
Not
No,
yet. I
that's
have a
okay.
feeling hers is gonna be in the same neighborhood too.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know. I don't know about Gabi and Chuck Cross, what theirs looks like.
Okay. I haven't heard. Yeah. I don't
Theirs is
even
probably gonna be a little
a little
lesser
less.
because I mean, Mark and Don, they're. the
They're more
leads, basically,
technical.
And they're more technical.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
Okay, so anyway, there's that.
No, that's great. Thank you. Okay. So I'm just going to say for that bullet point, we'll hear from staff soon.
Yep, so we'll follow up.
But
And-
right now, it sounds like it's about 8 to 10 hours, and it might be something similar for the other
Mark,
technically
or
inclined.
Yeah.
Dawn, for
Yeah,
that Dawn, yeah,
Yeah.
but confirmation coming.
So utility worker on-call checklist.
Yes,
I think we just need that from Mark. I think he's kind of owning that right now, right? He's kind of putting together what an on-call
yeah,
checklist
he,
would look like.
we talked about that briefly. I think I reminded him that we really need to get their input on it. So if they could either, borrow something from somebody else and we
Mhm.
could tweak it or we
Yeah.
figure out a way to work it out. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, he's aware and I'm sure
Cool.
they're, as you can imagine, very busy. So
Yeah.
we just have to keep on top of it. Not a big deal.
Yeah. And I mean,
We'll get it
it's
addressed.
an important thing, but it's not critical. Like right now
Right.
they're trying to make water for the city and keep things
Right.
clean. So
And we talked about on-call checklist when I was at City Hall this afternoon. Also, we talked about and kind of in conjunction with that overtime
yeah.
and comp time. And so with the former city administrator insisted that comp time, overtime, you had to turn in a slip of paper for the city administrator to approve every single day. And I'm like, I flat out told them I'm not doing that. That seems like a huge waste of paper.
Yes.
Paper?
Well, yeah, they
What
have.
is it,
And what is
they
he gonna-
have-
1980?
What's he gonna do with it?
Well, it's a form.
Just
that-
put it in email and it gets
I
approved.
mean, there's that. It's a
Yeah.
form that they fill out. If we want to transition to email, that's fine too. But it's just a form that they fill out and it gets approved.
And
And-
what's comp time? I mean, is that just like where they come in late and they make up the hours later, or they want flex
It's
time?
basically overtime that gets turned into vacation time, right?
I believe so.
So
yeah.
instead of taking an hour and a half or taking an hour of OT, you get an
It
hour of
turns
vacation.
into
Oh,
PTO
okay.
basically.
PTO.
Yeah.
And
Not
some
to
people
use.
prefer that. So I
Yeah,
mean, it's
yeah.
technically less valuable in terms of dollars, but it's
Mm.
more time off
Yeah.
and that has its value too.
Mhm.
A non-numerical value.
So going back to the paper, I think Dawn actually scans those and the auditor actually looks at those.
Mm,
I think that might be why we have a paper trail,
Okay, all
which
right.
seems silly to me, but yes, I have no idea why.
All of
I
my-
know, right?
All
Why
of
couldn't we do it electronically and just run a report?
As long as you've got a record of it, it doesn't matter if it's paper record or what.
Right,
I mean.
I know, I know. It seems leftover from the 80s, but okay.
Does. Okay, next thing, adjust utility worker pay range. So
Oh, yes.
this is for Chuck Cross.
Yep.
He brought to our attention that he is not technically at the right step with the COLA that went into effect on January 1st. Let me find where that went. I did adjust it slightly. And the reason that range was incorrect is because I based the adjustments on a range that was sent because we couldn't find the actual one that was posted. And so then Dawn found the one that was actually posted.
Okay.
It was buried somewhere. And we found the correct one. So this is just getting Chuck to where he should
Do you
be.
have that one of your neat little tables?
I have it in my phone.
Can you send it to me? Because I'm gonna put it in a resolution for Monday night, so
Yeah,
council can approve
I think I
it.
sent it on April 14th. I will forward it to you.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm going to include you on it, Counselor.
Yep,
you.
that would be good. We're all in the loop.
Okay.
But we are so lucky that they've stayed with us through all of this. I mean,
Kidding.
oh,
So, So basically the range is being adjusted from 21.50 an hour up to 27.50. So that's step 1 to step 6. And the new range is 22.03 to 27.50. The minimum rate is higher than the market minimum by almost a full $1 per hour. It's not ideal, but I think it's acceptable given Monroe needs to be competitive with larger nearby cities. The max step does step 6 does max out at the market max. So we're on target there. I think this goes back to the fact that we have this weird 6-step system.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, but so anyway, the new range for the utility worker one is 22.03 to 27.50. And so we just have to get Chuck onto. Where is that? Chuck Ross. I can't remember what he's currently earning. Do you?
I don't, I have to look it up.
Okay, let's see here. Chuck, Don. I just want to make sure we get it in the minutes so that we can.
Right.
Oh, raise. Here we go. Is that it? His step increase, the additional pay increase. Maybe it's in here.
The O book of HR.
Yeah, man. This can all be yours one day. This disaster of paperwork. Okay, so he is. Chuck. He's at 21.50. Wow, my system is also very 1980. Look at that. I have to find it.
Okay.
Sorry, it's gonna take me a minute.
Nope, you're fine.
I thought I had it ready. and I
No, we're
don't.
good. All good.
We're gonna pay to the last month. 8.5%. Mhm. So he was supposed to be on 21.50 and that is getting adjusted to. Here's the range. We're moving him up to step 2, right?
Yeah, so that would be
So
what,
that's-
2175?
Yes, that's right.
2175?
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. I was like trying to toggle between 2 emails on
Yeah,
a
I
single
know.
screen. It's
Yeah,
fine.
fun times.
Okay, so moving him to 21.75.
Yep.
And that's effective January 1st.
Mhm, correct.
And then doesn't he go-
Actually, is it 2175? Why does this say step 1, it's highlighted as 2203 and step 2 is 2175?
You're right, hold on. 203 times 3.5%. Should be 2280.
2280. Okay.
Well, then I'm gonna have to redo that. 2280, which means I should probably adjust the rest of that too. Goodness. 2280. All right. Thank you. And that's gonna be his
2280.
6-month mark, right? When he goes to step 2?
You should be nearing that, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think,
it's like days. We're
Yeah.
days away from that. Yeah.
yeah. All right. Let me make a to-do. All right. I'm very sorry for whoever's doing the meeting minutes right now. These are gonna be boring and all over the place.
Oh, it'll just summarize it.
That's true.
Pause.
That's true, yeah. Okay, so 2280 is where he's going to be at his 6-month mark,
Okay.
and he
Yeah.
should be at 2203 effective 1/1.
Mhm.
Can you send that all, or is that in what you sent me already?
No, I need to redo that range
Yeah.
again. 'cause-
Go ahead and you don't have to do it now.
Okay, I wish I could unsend the one I just sent you guys,
That's
but it's
okay.
already out.
I know.
So I'm,
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I'm a little confused here. So on the yellow highlighted, we have 1/1/2025, a 2.5% COLA adjustment. And then you say step one is 2203 with a 3.5% increase.
Mhm.
So where's the 2.5 and the 3.5 coming
The
in?
2.5% is based on, it's 2150 times 1.025.
1.02. Is that 2.5%?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And so that comes out to 2203.
Okay.
And then the difference between step one and step two is 3.5%.
Mhm.
So it's 2203 times 1.035.
Which is the 22.
And that should be the 2280.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm just gonna adjust everything that follows,
Okay.
which makes me wonder where step six is gonna land.
Could be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Stipend for mayor. I think we need to give Mayor Sheets a stipend.
Absolutely. I wholeheartedly second that.
Okay. I think we need to somehow quantify it. My understanding is the mayor in Corvallis earns a $500-ish per month stipend. It's a much bigger city. However,
With all
the
the,
mayor's doing a lot.
yeah, yeah. you-
So,
Yes.
So I would say if you want to quantify it, so right now I'm probably doing, before the city administrator left, I was probably doing about 5 to 7 hours a week
Mhm.
with the mayoral stuff.
Mhm.
Usually I'd finish my work day and spend about an hour-ish working on email, going down to City Hall, see what's going on.
Yeah,
That's basically doubled.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
okay. I have no idea how to determine a stipend for
I-
mayor. So I've never done this before.
No,
I'm
and
not
I-
sure what
and-
seems appropriate. I would support anywhere between $300 and $500 a month, personally. I don't know if that seems like an insult or like it's sufficient.
No, and I'm not in it for the money. It just.
Yeah, no,
this
definitely
is-
not. You've been doing this for years because you're kind.
I wish the voters do that. but Anyway.
Yeah. You do it because you care about this town.
Yeah,
so-
no, and I
Absolutely.
definitely do. And I've actually, so Michelle Eldridge, so she's the city manager over in Harrisburg. She actually is a resident of the city of Monroe.
She lives on Orchard.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And she told me and I was so, wow. She's like, I'm so glad that you're hanging in there and you're trying to keep things together. So we don't like,
Mhm.
I go, and she's like, you care. And I go, I'm trying.
I know, it shows. It does show. It
Yeah,
shows
so
a
it's like-
lot.
We don't need it. In the past, things have gone completely,
Yeah.
and it's like, no, we're not doing that. So, I would say like maybe 200.
That's nothing. That's kind of an insult.
Yeah,
that's an
That's
insult.
nothing.
Well, we need to consult with Dawn to see
Okay.
what we have. So,
Okay.
okay.
That's a great point. So
Mhm.
what would the next step be? I mean, we can't make a recommendation to council yet since we don't have a dollar amount assigned to it, but what I would like to make recommendation to offer a stipend with the value to be discussed with our.
And we could actually
specialist.
ask. We could probably have Dawn figure something out by the end of the week.
Okay.
Because I mean, she's spent a lot of personal time with the
Yeah,
budget, so
Yeah.
she knows.
Yeah.
She knows
Very
that
much
well.
so.
Yes,
So I
yes.
think we could find out
Should I email Dawn tonight and just copy you two and just,
tonight, tomorrow. You don't have
Okay.
to do it tonight.
okay. Check with Dawn regarding what's,
I don't know where,
What we can
I don't know
afford.
where we can pull the money from to do it. So
I mean, what's happening with
Probably-
the city admin?
Yeah, we don't, we've had that money in the,
yeah, I mean, it's general
Yeah.
administration is probably my guess. So.
I mean, you're kind of generally administrating.
Sometimes, sometimes very specifically.
That's true. I mean, but you're administrating all the things
Yeah.
sort of loosely.
Yes, signing my life and my children's lives away, but yeah. Little do they know.
All right. Okay, we've talked about the next bullet point. We've talked about the last one. I thought of other business.
Okay, cool.
One, just now, I apologize for getting that range incorrect for the utility worker one. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's-
I mean, this is what I do for a living. The fact that I got a compensation thing incorrect is mortifying. So I
It's fine.
think there's just a lot
You're
going on.
correcting it before it
A
even
lot
gets
going on.
voted
Yeah, you've got a
so
lot
it's
going
fine.
on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to say is, I think whatever direction this committee moves in, whoever we get for a city administrator, we probably need to not just hold their hand closely for the first year or so, but also we need to
Check-ins.
check-ins,
regular.
annual evaluations. We never did an eval. We tried to do appreciation events, but we never did an eval. I take responsibility for that because
Well, and early
I'm an
on,
HR person.
the former city administrator would do like a weekly kind of sum up.
Yeah.
And he would send it via email to the council, so we knew what was
he
going on.
did do that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and that kind of,
Petered out, and we never held him accountable to it either.
No,
He didn't do
no.
it and we didn't ask him for it.
right,
So,
so it's like,
yeah.
blame each other for that one.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just think that moving forward, we need to be. I don't think we're going to be in a position where we're going to have somebody who is so opaque as this person was. I think next city administrator will be more transparent. But
They have to be.
they have to
They
be.
will have to be, and we will have to ensure that that's.
Yeah.
That's.
And
the
if they're
case.
not, then we're going to have to find someone else.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and we frankly don't have time for that.
We
So
don't,
We need
and-
to, try really hard to find the right person.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I
A lot of
wholeheartedly.
trust into the last person, and
Yeah.
I think that trust was kind of abused.
Yeah.
It was,
So
and there was,
sorry, but
yeah, well,
recorded now. But
I trusted that individual and I thought he was my friend.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
so much for that.
Mhm.
yeah,
So that kind of sucks.
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm sure it does.
Oh,
Yeah.
well. We move on.
yeah. So we'll just want to make sure we have a really close
Mhm.
working relationship with the next person.
You know,
Yes.
and this is me being woo, because I'm a little bit woo, in case you didn't know. But sometimes when you're faced with these, these challenges, it really highlights the fact that I don't want this in my life. I don't like this, and it highlights what you do want. So, I
Right.
mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's an opportunity for us to focus on what the city needs, what we do want as a city, and what we do want out of each one of these roles, right? And
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's,
Definitely.
it's not great while it's happening, you're in the middle of it, right? Like we are
Yeah.
putting out fires, especially for you.
Yeah.
But
we
we
do
have
have-
we have a unique
We have an
opportunity.
opportunity and we
Yeah.
do have support, so.
Yeah, we do. We're
yeah,
lucky.
So we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks right now,
Yeah.
but yeah, I like where you're going with it. It's an opportunity to kind of shape things the way
Yeah.
we want it to be
Yeah,
to help our community.
Absolutely.
So-
Absolutely.
a little bit of woo never hurt anyone. It's fine. My,
Just
yeah, it's a dash. One of my friends used to say that we keep repeating the same mistakes until we learn the lesson that we need to learn. Like
yeah.
it's a life lesson, and we're
Yes.
learning what we need for our city.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Improve. All right. I don't have anything else. Does anybody here have anything?
No, I think we did a lot of good work today.
Yeah, me too.
So we have follow-up actions though, don't we?
We do. So,
Follow-up.
oh boy. So we have decided that we do want to pursue a 32-hour per week city admin role.
Yep.
We want to combine the city recorder and the admin assistant positions into one full-time position.
Mm-hmm.
It will do a little bit of financial support, but not necessarily accounting support.
Right.
We're going to hear from Mark at some point about a utility worker on-call checklist. That is not critical right now, so we can kick that down the road a little bit. I am going to adjust the utility worker pay range tonight and send it to you guys
Okay.
with details on what Chuck should be earning effective January 1st and what he will be earning on a 6-month date, which is any day now.
And so that will go back to January 1st retroactively for him
The 2203 will,
Okay.
and then he'll go up to 2280.
when this at the 6-month mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to email Dawn about what we can afford as far as a stipend goes for the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're expecting to hear from Mark and Dawn about the number of hours they're putting toward higher level work outside of their PDs, just to make sure that their temporary pay increases are on par with
Okay.
what they should be. Does that sound like everything?
Yep.
Okay. Do we want to try to put together a position description? I think I think we should. I think we need PDs for the
Yeah.
combined city
I
recorder.
mean,
and
we
the
have,
admin
we have
assistant.
one for city administrator. We need to look at it again.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
like, we're gonna probably have to change it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely.
So,
Okay, so we need
PDs for
to
city admin
put together.
and city recorder / AA. I want to make sure that Dawn feels heard. I want her to feel like she is going to get some financial support. I just don't think it's at the level of an accounting specialist. You know what I mean? Like she's going to get accounting support, but it's not going to be a dedicated
Right.
title
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. If she is really wanting to own that budget component, though, I do think it's really important that we give her some time, the dedicated time that she needs to be able to do that and not
Yeah.
have so much distraction and interaction with,
Yes.
the general population that comes in and asks questions or just wants to,
Mhm.
Chit chat.
chit chat. And that
Yeah.
happens. That's part of it as well.
Mhm.
So yeah, because that is such detailed work. And every
Mhm.
time you're pulled
Yeah.
away, I know I struggle with doing some of that detail work when I have to get back into it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it possible? Oh, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. I was just gonna say, usually I have a cat that'll,
Yeah.
and it's like, "Ah, I'm in a spreadsheet, get off of me.
We can set aside space for her in the court side where she can work on that quietly and she doesn't have to get,
The
like-
former city administrator's desk is there. If we need to
Right.
set up another space, we can, another desk. There's at least one other desk, maybe two floating around. We can
Okay.
figure out something.
I mean, I know that she's taken on this big, huge, the budget is something that she's taken on, but is
Yeah.
is she happy doing that? Is that?
She seems to be, and it really helps a great deal that Michelle Eldridge set her up with the budget
template.
the budget goddess over at Harrisburg. Her name is Kathy Nelson. And Kathy, it's like every time Kathy knows like
Awesome.
that, the answer all of her questions.
That's
So
awesome.
that helps out tons. And it takes up very little of Kathy's time just to answer questions.
The last
So-
budget she put together was awesome. Everything
Yeah.
was so, I just hope that it isn't super duper stressful on her. It seems like it would be stressful, but
Well,
she
I
did a
think
great
this
job.
time it would probably was stressful because of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Moving forward, if we can get all these positions filled and
Yeah.
hopefully we get the stress back down, so it's
Yeah.
manageable again.
Mhm.
But yeah, we can create a space for her. That's easy peasy and,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
she doesn't have to be out front all the
But she
time.
can if she wants, you need
Yeah.
a little bit of
It
that, but yeah.
completely up to her
Yeah.
what she
Yeah.
wants to do, but
Just
I,
like a separate place where if she wants to go work there in silence and privacy, she can, but she's not
Right.
required
Yeah.
to.
yeah,
Before I adjourn this thing, how are we feeling about things overall? Are we feeling like we're doing okay? Are we in the thick of
know,
it? Do we have
well,
concerns?
we're definitely in the thick of it. I mean, it's every day it's something else. I mean,
Like you guys discover something else that,
well, so as an example, I mean, I mentioned the water confidence report. That was
Yeah.
interesting and eye-opening. 8 pages, groovy,
yeah.
Today it was, so when I signed the quitclaim deed for the library, the plat number on it was incorrect. It was a
Oh.
digit off.
Oh.
So it got kicked back from Benton County.
Geez
So I had to
Louise.
sign a new one and with the correction, so it's like you're learning all kinds of interesting things about government.
Yeah.
You never
See
thought
it
you'd
from a
ever
whole
want to
different
know.
perspective, yeah.
So
But it,
bureaucratic.
very much so. But so and we're dealing with it.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't want Dawn to bear that whole thing. So she's very good about communicating and going, I need
need
some
help.
help, got any ideas?
Good.
So we did, like I mentioned, the translations for that report. I was able to help with that.
Great.
So, if we all pitch in together, we get the job done.
Yeah.
And if we all know that we have people to help, then it's not quite as stressful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to convey with everybody. If you can't do it, that's okay. Let's figure out how we can.
Yeah.
So, it's okay.
Mhm.
It has its moments. And I know when I come into City Hall, I ask Dawn, and if Gobby's there, I ask her too, how are we doing?
Mm.
Good.
How is the day going?
Yeah.
And today Dawn was like,
Oh,
today was
poor
a busy
thing.
day. So,
Oh.
yeah.
I'm
So,
sorry.
so I
Shoot.
try to go down every day if I can
Yeah.
and see how they're doing. And Mark does poke his head in towards the end of it. And I see how he's doing. He had a busy day too, because it was meter reads today.
Yeah.
Do they like treats? Is there any way we can just,
Oh, my wife has been down there with all kinds of
has
treats.
she? Oh, good.
Cookies, cupcakes.
Oh my God, her
I'm-
s'mores cookies are insane. They're
Yeah.
so good.
They are good, yes. I'm planning on taking them out to lunch probably next week.
Awesome.
So,
Thank you. Is there
um,
anything we as a council could maybe do for them soon? Or should we wait for things to calm down? Like, remember we were gonna do an appreciation event and the city administrator
Yeah,
talked us out of it.
yeah. Well, we could ask them, see what if they have anything in mind. I mean, I know we talked about doing a barbecue sometime
fun
this
a couple
summer
years
with
ago.
everybody,
Yeah,
you know,
that was fun.
and they were interested
And we
in
did
that.
it.
Yeah,
They were very
absolutely.
interested in that.
Can I propose after June 28th?
Someone must be getting married. I understand. I was there 23 years ago. I understand.
While we're all here, can we schedule the next personnel committee meeting?
Sure.
Just because I never think to do it until we're in city council or a work session, trying to come up with the next date.
Mhm.
Let's see, today is the 23rd. I don't know how early in the month, like, do you guys want to wait 4 weeks again, or do you guys want to maybe try to meet in 2 or 3 weeks?
Probably 2 or 3, but it depends on Counselor Williams' schedule.
I know.
You're fine.
2 weeks is like, okay.
Or we could
1,
do
3
2.
weeks, like.
I can do like the week of the 12th.
Yeah,
That's great.
I'll be back.
Okay, yeah.
so 13th, 14th.
What about Tuesday, the 13th or Wednesday, the 14th?
Looks like I can do either one.
Same.
Okay.
Let's do Wednesday because we have 2 meetings on Monday night. Already.
Yeah, that'll be the budget public hearing and the work session. So,
Yeah.
Okay. So personnel and finance, or finance and personnel, whichever way they go.
We don't even talk about finance that much yet, or that much
Well, we
lately.
talk about money.
That's true. We do. Okay. Finance personnel. Committee meeting. Awesome. Thank you.
That's interesting.
Okay. Well, then I think I will call this thing
Okay.
to close.
Okay, and let
This
me,
concludes our
okay,
thing.
and I'll let me turn the recording
right.
off